Hello, hello, and welcome, everyone. Welcome to PICK-3 at a glance, where tracking is king, where you don't have to learn any patterns, no grids, no root sums, no date sums, no tic-tac-toes, no multiple different rundowns and workouts, because with the PICK-3 at a glance strategy, I put together a system where you can track all 1,000 numbers at a glance and see what they're doing. You can track the pick 3,000 or the pick 3 number at all 1,000. You can track the single pairs, the single digits, the front pair, back pairs. Four simple strategies that you can track the actual 1,000 numbers. No guesswork, no root sums, no tic-tac-toe, no date sums, no patterns, because if you're tracking all the 1,000 numbers, you're working with the actual numbers and knowing what they're doing for your state. Okay? If you're doing these here and you make up numbers, you have no idea what's going on with the actual 1,000 numbers in your state. So you're basically playing in the dark. You're playing in the dark with no idea if you don't know what's going on with the numbers. With the PICK-3 at a glance strategy, you always know what's going on with the numbers. You always know why you're playing the numbers. And if you always know what's going on with the numbers, even when you don't win. Because you can track the actual 1,000 numbers. I put this strategy together. I've been playing PICK-3 over 30 years. And it was whooping me real bad. And I decided what I was learning wasn't good enough, that there had to be a better way. So I started thinking outside the box. And I said, okay, what I know about these 1,000 numbers that I played? I realized I didn't know nothing about them. And when I won, I still didn't know nothing about them. Then I said, okay, what about the single pairs? What I know about them when I win? Nothing. The digits, where the numbers were falling? Nothing. What I knew about the front pair, back pair? Nothing. So every time I won or missed, I knew nothing. so I said, okay, I got to start knowing something to win. Hi, Alexander, Alexandra, glad to have you with us. Do I know Buggen? Buggen? I don't think I know them. I am sure I don't. Do they play PICK-3, or is there some reason I might would know that person? Do they have a YouTube channel? Or Bugging? Is that supposed to be something I don't know? But anyway, what we're going to do here, I'm with Illinois evening draw. I'll stay specific for Illinois evening draw. And what we do is I track Illinois evening draw, the actual numbers that come in. And I study the numbers with the PICK-3 at a glance strategy. Yesterday's number for Illinois was 785. 785. I'm probably going to go through and show you all right quick how I do my sheets each day and the little work that's needed to understand what's going on with all 1,000 numbers. Okay? Now, we had the 785 to come in on the 23rd of October here. So we're going to do the 111 rundown on the 785. Show you how I start off when a number comes in and using the PICK-3 at a glance strategy. is the, here's the 111 and the 785. Any strategy with a rundown on it, they put a number up here. This is part of lottery math, especially PICK-3, that they do a rundown, but they put a number. It's any number that anybody want to choose to put up here, and they'll call whatever the number they put up here the rundown number. And then the rundown number that I use, all strictly for the PICK-3 at a glance strategy, is the 111 rundown. You'll have the 123 rundown, the 317 rundown, the 369. They can make a rundown out of any of those 1,000 numbers, but I use just the 111 rundown. And with that 111 rundown, let me do something here. Take this off for a minute, because I won't need this watch here. Take this off for a minute. Now, I'll add 1 to each one of the winning numbers that came in. And this was for Illinois' evening draw, is the winning number that came in for the 23rd, 23rd October. So I'm going to do the rundown on it. And that's 1 to 7 is 8. 1 to 8 is 9. 1 to 9 is 0. 1 to 0 is 1. 1 to 1 is 2. 1 to 2 is 3. 1 to 3 is 4. 1 to 4 is 5. 1 to 5 is 6. 1 to 6 is 7. When you get to the same number at the bottom you have at the top, you completed the rundown for that column. Because if you keep going, you're going to continually get the same numbers all the way down. And then 1 to the 8 is 9. 1 to 9 is 10, but you're just going to use the 0. 1 to 0 is 1. 1 to 1 is 2. 1 to 2 is 3. 1 to 3 is 4. 1 to 4 is 5. 1 to 5 is 6. 1 to 6 is 7. 1 to 7 again is 8. Same number at the bottom you get at the top that completed that rundown on that column. 1 to 5 is 6. 1 to 6 is 7. 1 to 7 is 8. 1 to 8 is 9. 1 to 9 is 0 again. You're going to count straight down. You're going to go 1 to 0 is 1. 1 to 1 is 2. 1 to 2 is 3. 1 to 3 is 4. 1 to 4 is 5. You completed the complete rundown. This is what they call rundowns. They can make this 111 any number they like out of the 1,000 numbers, except for quite naturally zeros. So, okay. So now, what you're looking for in this rundown, I took 22 numbers and I did the 111 rundown on all 22 numbers. These numbers are single numbers because they got 3 of them and they 3 different numbers. So they are called singles, all right? So this is a single number. But I have 12 singles numbers to make up these 1,000 numbers. Well, it makes up 720 of the 1,000 numbers that's singles. So I'm going to get my sheet here, my workout sheet, and show you how it goes. Show you a little bit how I do it every day, which is relatively simple. What I'm looking for here, off of this column, the base number. And see, I told you I have 12 numbers. The 12 numbers singles. The 12 singles here. I have 12 columns. I did the 111 rundown on them. Each one of these columns represents 60 numbers because they can come 6 different ways. 6 times 12 times 60, because it's 12 of them, gives you 720 of those 1,000 numbers. So now I want to see what column that 785 is under. All these numbers have zeros in them. And the numbers are 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, 024, 025, 026, 027, 037. Okay? Now, notice that all of them have sevens. I'm sorry, all of them have zeros, not sevens. All of them have zeros. Now, here, all you have to look for is what numbers have the zeros in them. So we got one here, and one here. Now, the ones that I called out, you'll memorize them as you start doing this. And I know it's the 018 is the base number here. I call it the base number. Base number. Okay? I'm going to go to column 018, and this 785 will be in there. So you go to column 018. Let me put down 018, and you go straight down. And there it is right there, 785. You circle it, bam, you're done. See how easy that is to track 720 of the 1,000 numbers? Because each one of these columns represents 60 numbers. So you're not guessing what's going on with the 720 singles, because you can track each and every one of them off the column. And with the law average, what you're trying to do is eliminate the numbers off the columns to see what are the best numbers left to play. Not the ones that's already played, because it's hard to the track with the law average the probability of a number coming back. But if a number hasn't fallen at all, it's easy to set a system up to win with the numbers that haven't played. Okay, so see how easy that was? Bam, I'm done. That's strategy number one of the singles. Here is strategy number two. You had 7, 8, 5. You got three different numbers, so you're going to have three different pairs to mark off here on this triangle. This triangle, when pairs of 1,000 numbers, is almost 500,000 pairs to 1,000 numbers. And the only way you're going to know what's going on with those single pairs is tracking them every day. If you play PICK-3 and want to be a bigger and better winner, and knowing what's going on with these pairs. So we're going to mark them off. 5, 7, 7, 8, 5. 7, 8, 5. You're going to mark off the 57. And see, anything underlined here didn't come last month on this triangle. Working with the law average, the numbers will catch up with themselves and start being marked off each month as the month goes on. That's why I say it's easier to find out what numbers haven't played to use them to win with. Now see, okay, we're going to do the 57 again, the 58, and the 78. See there? All those did not hit for the month of October. And at a glance, I can see that. And anything circled, I know what hit. Anything underlined, I know didn't hit in September. So that helps me narrow the numbers down that I want to play and how I want to play them. Okay? Anything underlined, you can color code it, highlight it, anything at the end of the month. Now, when I get to the end of October, I'll highlight or underline whatever numbers didn't play. And I'll look at using those to be my numbers to win with. Okay? I don't have to guess what the numbers are. Right here, I know exactly what pairs have fallen and not fallen. I don't have to make up pairs and figure out what pairs are doing. I know what the pairs are doing. Because any of these pairs can take as much as 4 months and never hit. Let's say I got one. There's 56 that ain't hit. This 56 can take 4 months and never show up. So any number you play with a 56 in it ain't hit for 4 months. What I do, I look for any, like this number, if it don't hit in 60 days, then I got my eye on it, this pair. Because, and then if it goes to 90 days, then I'm definitely going to play that 56 pair. And I'm going to wheel it down. Now, if you don't know what wheeling it down is, just follow along with me on the live and you can ask questions. But I'll wheel that 56 down. And the likelihood of it hitting within 90 days is great. So I'm not going to have to play all these numbers trying to win. I'll just narrow down to the ones I know ain't hit in 4 months. And I make my bucket list of numbers to play off of those numbers that ain't showed up in 60 to 90 days or 120 days or 4 months. Not guessing, knowing. And then here, strategy number 3. I want to know what positions all the numbers hit in for the month. And what numbers don't hit, I know to highlight them and how to use them the following month. So if I find a number here ain't hit, or numbers ain't hit in 2 months, I know how to use them to win. I'm not guessing about any of the numbers. I know everything about every number I play. Okay? Now, we had the 7 on the front to hit. I got 3 columns here from 0 to 9. So, I have the 7 hit on the front here. I'll mark that off. I have the 8 that hit in the middle. I'll mark that off because anything with a check mark already hit for the month. And I got the 5. Okay. Now, here at the end of the month, I got a good idea what numbers are going to be left. So, the 0s in played, all the 1s in played, all the 2s in played, all the 3s in played. Now the 4 ain't played on the front, so I got my eye on that. The 5 ain't played, all them played. 6 ain't hit on the front for the month, got my eye on that. Double 7s ain't hit on the back. The 7 ain't hit in the middle or on the back. And the 8 ain't hit on the back. And then all the 9s in played. Okay? So just stay with me, and I'll show you how I use all of this, the strategy to using strategy number 3. And strategy number 4 is front pair, back pair. Front pair, back pair. These numbers are the same, top and bottom. Even if you can't play the front pair and back pair in your state, it's imperative that you know what's going on with the front pair and back pair, all the PICK-3 numbers. I only specialize in PICK-3 numbers, period. That's it. I don't do PICK-4s, PICK-5s, none of that. Because I know that's way against the odds of winning. There's no winning to it. It's all luck. You can strategize with PICK-3 because you can actually track and watch what they're doing. Okay, so the 78 on the front, I'm going to see if it was marked off for the year. This is a yearly chart. Yes, it was. And the 85 on the back. I can check the 85. Yes, it was. Now I know what front pairs and back pairs have not failed all the way up to October now. November, December, January are my heavy hitting months because now I have narrowed all the numbers down that haven't played. Working with the law average, and I can strategize to how to put the numbers together to win. Not making up guess numbers. Not guessing what the numbers are, knowing what the numbers are. Everything here is you're going to be guessing if you're not tracking. And if you're tracking, you'll soon be back in the lucky town. That's my motto. These here, if you make any number out of any of this, and you don't know what's going on with any of this, you're doing just the same as go get some quick picks. Same as doing get you some quick picks and play for luck. Now, to surmise what I just ran you through here, pretty much, is these are my numbers that I put together for the end of this year that I play and I'm sticking with. I'm not jumping on and off the numbers trying to figure out how to hit. These are my numbers. When they hit, then I'm going to load up on the other numbers, because these numbers are opposite numbers of each other. And normally when the opposite numbers of each other during this time of year, one or the other, excuse me, will come in. One or the other. So I'm looking back. These hit already here. This one here. I'm looking at these four here pretty much off of the 018. See, the 018 column just hit. So I'm looking off for these here and this one here. These two come off of column the 08. Okay. It was three of them. This 341 just came. I just one off of it. Okay, I'm not guessing my numbers. Then these here, numbers here, this 001 and 556 are opposite numbers of each other. 002 and this 557 opposite numbers of each other. So I ain't playing these here. If you're in Illinois and evening draw, these are the numbers that I'm playing. These are Mo Money Terry's numbers. When you see these numbers come in, you know Mo Money Terry is running to the bank. But I ain't gonna tell y'all what bank. I'm gonna tell y'all everything but where I'm running to the bank to. These Mo Money Terry running to the bank numbers, okay? Now here. So you're gonna see them, but remember, I told you, didn't I? Remember I told you. And I showed you. Okay. Here are the front pairs and back pairs. Illinois evening draw. 17. This 17, this is what I mean. You got to not be guessing what's going on with the numbers. You have to know this 17 ain't failed in 22 months, going on 23 months. So any number you play with a 17 Illinois evening on the front did not win. And if you was playing 17 or 173, 178, 17 anything, it didn't win for 22 months, going on 23 months. That's what you don't need to guess. That's what and this is my number. So I picked it up because I went back to see how long it's been since it played. So I'm adding this because I know it ain't played all year even yet. This 24 hasn't played for the year on the front. This 27 ain't played for the year on the front. This 36 ain't played for the year on the front. So all year, if you played any of this here, it ain't hit on the front all year yet. That's what you need to know. Not be guessing at. This 38 ain't hit on the front all year. Double fives is the only doubles that ain't hit on the front all year. And to be truthful with you, any of this can go all the way into next year. Now, I just told you the 17 ain't hit in 22 months. We have to know what's going on with these numbers. Not be guessing what's going on with them. To be a bigger and better winner, to improve your chances of winning. That's what I'll say. The 61 ain't hit all year on the front. This 73 ain't hit all year on the front. This 97 ain't hit all year on the front. Illinois evening draw. This 01 just showed up on the back. It was 601 that came. See what I mean? You have a mindset of knowing what the numbers are doing, not a mindset of guessing what the numbers are doing. It's going to make a big difference in your play and how you play and how you win. Because you have a mindset, you'll say, oh, okay, I know this didn't happen, that didn't happen. So this is about due, that's about due. Oh, I know the 17 ain't failed in 22 months. I know, okay. I know on the back, this 02 ain't played all year. This '08 ain't played on the back all year. This 35 ain't played on the back all year. I'm pretty good at making sure this is correct, but I could make an error, and I post a calendar from January to now up on the channel, so you can go back and check the data behind me. This 75 ain't played all year. This 76 ain't played all year. That's why I do not give out numbers. I tell people what I'm playing, because with this here, you might see something and have a strategy that I miss altogether, and you'll bang them. But I missed it. I won't be mad at you, nothing, but I mean, I do fairly well. But you'll start building your own strategy, your own skill set. You might see something that I miss. And I done told you something, and you had something else in your mind that comes in, but you go by what I say, and bam, you miss out. That's why I say you have to pay the cost to be the boss. You have to be able to make your own decisions on these numbers to play, and not guessing at these numbers and saying that, oh, it's a rainy day, I'm gonna play triple twos, or my pet number is my birthday. Your birthday could take 16 years and never show up like that. I know a number in Missouri, 160, hadn't played for 16 years. I don't know how many of them is for Illinois, because I haven't got a chance to go back to see how far the last numbers that didn't play in Illinois. And but you got PICK-3 numbers that might not play for 15 years. And I know that for a fact. 15 years. So and then with the front pair and back pair, you build a strategy and a skill. My strategy, like this 17, I'm definitely playing 1-7 on the front and then 75 on the back. 1-7 on the front, 76 on the back. This 27, 275. And 273. See, you can make your numbers up after them, because you know they haven't came. Working with the law average, now you got something you can work with. Hey, Teresa, glad to have you with us. And everybody's on here. Glad to have you with us. Okay, so this here will make sense the more you study more than you play, track the numbers. If the numbers aren't lining up, they aren't lining up. Like last in 2024, I realized the numbers here that I was playing, this method that I use with tracking the numbers and the opposites, in 2024, every number and the opposite hit in Illinois for the year. So I knew now that with this strategy, I was going to have to wait until 3 years, until 2025, before the numbers I was playing I could use to start winning. Not 3 years, I say 3 years, 3 months into 2025. 3 months. That's about how long it takes for you to see what numbers are played and not played, and how to use the strategy by tracking the columns and not guessing the columns. And I say, OPPB, be organized, be patient, be persistent. You're going to need to be organized to see what the numbers are doing. That's why I put this little checkbook calendar together. So at a glance, I can see whatever's going on with the numbers and make sure I'm surmising right what's going on with the numbers. On the front pair, back pair, single pairs, I can go back and look. If I want to see on the pair, say I want to make sure that this 56 didn't come in last month, and I'm not basically sure, I'll go back and see if any of the numbers played with a 5-6 in it for September. Don't take but a minute to glance through it. You can double check your work. Oh, let minute, is that 516? Oh man. See how I say that? I went back, checked my own self. That's 516. Yeah, that's why I say double check too behind me. That's 516. Let me double check, make sure on my phone that did come in. 516 on the 22nd. Let me go back. This is what I'm talking about, being organized. You can go back and check. Mm, 30 October. What the? Oh. Okay, hold on. Let me get my other phone to check with, but it looks like that's my eye. Let me see. Let me 516. I could use the other count. Let me look at this here. Where's the calendar at? Let's see. Okay, going to my calendar. Do this here. Give me a minute here. Seven, 8, 5. Save. I'll go to my calendar here. I guess I can just slide to September and see if I got the same data. Was that the 22nd? I said. Yep, 516 did come. But all I had to do to search it too, I could search it to see also. I hope y'all can see that. I hope that. Let me see something here. Give me a minute here. I hope y'all can. I gotta check something here. Bum, 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 bum. Flip switch. What else you want to go with? You want to go with right here. Right here. 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 Live. Okay, now I think you can see it. Yeah, that 516 did come in. So now I got to correct myself on that. That 516 did come in. So now I got to correct myself on that. That 516 did come in. So now I got to correct myself. Oh, no. I must forgot to mark it off. But that's what I'm saying. I continuously do go back and check. So that's probably okay. So I'll mark. I will circle it as coming in last month. That way I won't add it into going into another month. Because after 60 days is when I add the numbers in, so I know that one's correct. And then I can go back and see if, let's go back to October, see if the 46th pair didn't come in. This is what I'm trying to be organized. Let's go back, see if the 46th pair, now if the 46th pair come in, I got to go back to the ophthalmologist and get me some more glasses. See, this 46. Because I know 46. No, no 46. But I do go back, really go back and check to make sure, especially toward the end of the month, to make sure I'm on track. The 79, let's see if 79, I'm pretty sure no 79 came in last month. But I don't wait till just the end of the, this close to the end, but I make sure that I do at the end of the month go make sure, but I'm going into the next month with correct data. 79. Oh. Okay, good there. What else we got? But you get the gist of what I'm saying here. See how I caught that error so quickly? That's why it says pick through at a glance. I can catch any error on a pair. Because say if I believed that 5-6 hadn't came in and I was making it a number to play, it would have took longer for it to show up because I wouldn't be working with the law average. I usually look to put my numbers into play 60 days or longer, all the way up to 90 days. Like I say, a pair can take 4 months and not show up. So I would have been off. So that would have threw me off, probably investing more money than I needed to invest to win off that number, that pair. To win off that pair. Okay, let's see what I got here. Where's the phone at? Oh, here. Is this it? Let me go here. Okay. Okay, now, so that's why I had to put something together that I could easily track for myself without having to use a tablet or a phone or anything. I could do it all on paper to keep me organized, to know what's going on with those 1,000 numbers. Because all this was put together before I had even knew how to use a tablet or any of that stuff for me. I was around long before all this stuff. and I didn't take typing in school. So I still stayed away from it. I got people my age now, they still got flip phones, a lot of them. They just use them to make phone calls. So I do the same thing, double checking the same thing with these numbers here. I double check everything. So I know that I'll go into November with the correct data. Now, let's see what we have here. We did the rundown. We did all the strategies. I'm going to go through here and teach you what mirrors and opposites are and how this works. They have a terminology saying mirrors. I don't use mirrors or flips. I use the term opposite because a lot of people will say mirrors when they mean flips and say flips when they mean mirrors on these channels that's teaching. And they did that with me, and I was flipping and mirroring numbers, but they are two total different things. If you go back and check my other videos, I explain more in detail. But I like for everybody to know, because my system is based off the numbers or opposites, or what they call sister numbers or mirror numbers. But you have to be careful. Some people say flips and mirrors when they I call a mirror a flip or flip a mirror, but not knowing themselves. So say you take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You add +5 to the top numbers. And you're going to add 5 to 0, you get 5. 5 to 1, you get 6. 5 to 2, you get 7. 5 to 7, you get 5 to 3, you get 8. And 5 to 4, you get 9. It's just like taking the 1,000 numbers and dividing them in half. And you got the triple zeros on top and the 499 to 499. 500 on the bottom to 999. That's just like taking the 1,000 numbers and dividing them in half. Now, out of those 1,000 numbers, say you play 0, 1, because a 0 opposite 5, 5 opposite 0, 1 opposite 6, 6 opposite 1, 2 opposite 7, 7 opposite 2, 3 opposite 8, 8 opposite 3, 4 opposite 9, 9 opposite 4. Say you take these numbers and divide them in half, like I say you play 0, 1, 2, and the lottery played 5, 6, 7. This is the exact opposite number on the number line as the 5, 6, 7 is the exact opposite of the 0, 1, 2, or vice versa. The 5, 6, 7 is direct opposite of the 0, 1, 2, or the 0, 1, 2 is direct opposite of 5, 6, 7. Then you have, say if you played the 7, 8, 9, and the lottery played the 2, 3, 4. The exact opposite of each other. Okay? Now, what if you played a double, like I use the 1, 1, 2 all the time, 1, 1, 2, and the lottery played 6, 6, 7. The top and the bottoms are direct opposite of each other. See that? Direct opposites. Vice versa. The 1, 1, 2 opposite 6, 6, 7, 6, 6, 7, direct opposite of the 1, 1, 2. Or if you play triple zeros and they play triple fives, they always will be the opposite of each other. The thing with the PICK-3 strategy is we work off the numbers and their opposite. As we narrow these down, we looking for the numbers and the opposites. This time of the year, when I was just talking to you about the numbers and the opposites that hadn't played, that's why I use those numbers working with the law of average, because the likelihood of them coming out is greater. And I have narrowed them down to, you seeing how few it was. These opposite here. 0 opposite 5, 5 opposite 0, 1 opposite 6, 6 opposite 1, 8 opposite 3, 3 opposite 8. They haven't failed all year. 1 opposite 6, 6 opposite 1, 2 opposite 7, 7 opposite 2, 9 opposite 4, 4 opposite 9. These haven't played all year. 2 opposite 7, 7 opposite 2, 4 opposite 9, 9 opposite 4. And then again 7 opposite 2, 2 opposite 7. This haven't played all year off of the columns. These haven't played all year, and they're doubles. 0 opposite 5, 5 opposite 0, 0 opposite 5, 5 opposite 0, 1 opposite 6, opposite 6. And then the same here, 0 opposite 5, then 2 opposite 7. These haven't played all year. Now, these are my main ones, and this one here, too, is one of my main ones that I play on doubles. Now, basically what I do, and the doubles take longer than the singles to come out. But usually what I'll do here, and really what I'm looking at is this 5, 5, 6, and the 5, 5, 7. Reason being, the 5, 5 has not fell on the front side. And the opposites of each other. So if say I win the 556, I'm not gonna start playing a whole bunch of batch of numbers from nowhere. I'm sticking with these numbers. I'm gonna load up on these numbers. That's why I say these momoneyterry running to the bank numbers. These my numbers, not a whole bunch of new set of 10 or 20 or how many other numbers you want to play. I don't have to do it because I did the work already. I always got a set of numbers to always play each day. I'm not making up numbers each day to play. I got numbers to play each day. I have numbers to play each day. I guess a proper grammar. I did take a little bit of English in school. Same here. These, if one of these come, I'm not looking for no numbers. These are my numbers to play. Load up on these, and I might see a reason to play the ones that they hit back. But this is it. This is it. Now these here already played. The number in this opposite played. The opposite of this one played. The 995 played, and I'm pretty this 440 that played too. It's 440. Because it came 044. Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know. I didn't circle. But see what I'm saying? I don't know why I didn't circle it off. But your brain is geared in to knowing what's going on with the numbers, not just playing numbers. Not just playing arbitrary numbers for arbitrary reasons. Because there's no guarantee on what's going on with these numbers. The only thing we have is to track the actual numbers, and now with the PICK-3 at a glance, we can do that. And these numbers here, like I say, opposite, all these numbers here on all these columns, all of them is opposite each other. Now see here, the 024, the opposite is 579. You go right down. That's how come you can find the winning number off this base number, because all of these numbers are in numerical order and they're actually opposite numbers of each other. 024, the opposite is 579. 135, the opposite is 680. 680. 246, the opposite of it is 791. See there? 791. Okay. The 357, opposite is 802. See there? And 802. And what other? The 413, the opposite is 913. See that? See. All these numbers are their opposites. And at a glance, you'll be able to know as you go on each year and each month as tracking, you can see, if you see a column here that ain't hit, and it can take 2 months for one of these columns not to hit. It can take 3 months for a column not to hit. Now you can start, okay, I'm going to get these 10 numbers here, which are really 60 numbers, and you can see what numbers haven't won, and 9 out of 10, I would do the numbers that haven't hit, and it's opposite. Even though I would run the whole column 50-cent box, but I have targeted numbers off the columns that I know a lot about, that I'm going to put more money on those numbers that ain't hit in 60 to 90 days. Doubles can take 4 months and not hit. A column of doubles, any of the doubles on the doubles columns can take 4 months and never hit. Triples can take the longest. You're only going to get 3 triples out of a year on average. And you have to look up averages. Averages, let's say if you got 10 numbers and you play 10 numbers every day for 10 years, the most on average you're going to get is 3 numbers out of that 10 numbers for the whole year. I guess I explained that good enough. Okay? You're going to get 10 numbers. You take 10 numbers exact. If you played them every day for 10 years, out of that whole year, on average, it's going to only be about 3 that hit each year. And that's on average with triples. Triples on average, if you go back and track triples, you'll see some months might hit 4 times, year 4 times, or another year 5 times, another year 2 times, another year 1 time, another year no time. But over all those years, on average, it's going to be about 3 times that the triple will show up. And that's pretty much the same principle with any of these numbers to hit exact. Some months it might be 7 years. It might hit 7 triples. I ain't seen that many in a year, I don't think. Nobody hit 7 triples in 1 year. I don't think. I know I ain't seen it. I ain't saying with these numbers, they random, anything can be possible. But on average, there's going to always be an average to it. So that's what the averages is about. And that's what all the numbers overall, if you plan them exactly as they are. Like you plan 1, 2, 3 as 1, 2, 3, not as 3, 1, 2, or all the different combinations they can come in. I'm talking about exact, like the triples. There's only one way to play triples, and that's exact. Okay, so I'm waiting on YouTube to find me an audience. I have my training video that I'm gonna let play, unless somebody got questions on here now that they want to ask or anything, feel free. But I'm going to let my training video go into a little bit more depth and a little bit more detail about the PICK-3 at a glance strategy. Is off a number that I won in Missouri was the 517. Also, it was a hot video with over about 13,000 views on it. So that's pretty much what I'm finna do. Let that tutorial play. If you got questions, you can take notes on the tutorial or the training video. And let's see what we got here. And then you can ask me any questions. But YouTube's kind of slow finding an audience, so I'm doing a tutorial and then coming back to ask questions or see what questions are asked. Excuse me here. Hi. Okay, today is August the 23rd, 2023. Missouri evening draw, specialized Missouri evening draw, but PICK-3 at a glance works anywhere in the country or around the world where they use 1,000 numbers for PICK-3. Okay, and we're the home of no tic-tac-toe, no date sums, no root sums, no grids, no flips, no multiple different rundowns. All right? Because we track your own numbers in your own state. That's how PICK-3 at a glance is set up. That puts you in the winner's circle. All righty? So what we do is take 22 numbers. We do 1-1 run, 1-1-1. That's 3 1s, but you know, this 1-1-1-1 rundown. Take those 22 numbers, do the 1-1-1 rundown on them, and you have all 1,000 numbers and a possible combinations that you can track all 1,000 numbers at a glance. And that way you can track your own numbers for your own state. Also, you'll always know why you plan your numbers. You
You won't have to go anywhere looking for numbers because you're tracking the actual 1,000 number for your state. And all those numbers are going to run different. They run different one year to the next year. So you have to track your own numbers for your own state. That's how PICK-3 at a glance was come about for me, because I was following everybody else and looking at everybody else's number and what they were doing instead of looking at my own numbers and realizing what they were doing. And they ain't close to nobody else's numbers, I'm telling you. The numbers cross paths. There's 1,000 numbers. There's 50 something odd states, 53 states, and they all are different, but they cross paths. There's only 1,000 numbers. You got some states with 4 draws, some with 3 draws, some with 2 draws, some with 1 draw. They all gonna cross paths, but that don't mean they all running the same. The only way you're gonna know what's going on in your state with your number is in your own house, tracking your own numbers, okay? That's going against the grain, and I know it, but I was losing until I came up with PICK-3 at a glance. So the proof is in the pudding. That's all I can tell you. When you start using it, you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay. All you're going to need to do is collect a little data 6 months back or either a year back. But once you get the numbers lined up, it's going to be a walk through the park, because you'll be able to see what's going on with your own numbers in your own state. And when you miss a number, you know why you miss it, that one off and all those stuff. It ain't because you know one off, it's because you didn't know why you wasn't playing your numbers in the first place. That's the one off. Once you start using PICK-3 at a glance to see where these numbers are dropping from and how they're falling, you'll always know why you missed your number. And you can't play all 1,000 numbers, or you wouldn't be playing PICK-3 if you could. So we need to stop fooling ourselves and get real. Track the 1,000 numbers, build your bucket list of numbers that you possibly play, stick to a budget, play consistently as much as possible, and you'll get in the winner circle, and you'll know why you got there. So what I'm going to have here, yesterday's number was 323 that came in, okay? So I'm going to show you all how to find the 232 on the master sheet with the 22 numbers with the 1-1 rundown on them. And it's fairly easy to do. All right? Okay, take this down. And we're going to get this show on the road, y'all. Get this show on the road. Make everybody learn. All right, here, play responsibly. Don't blow your money trying to hit these numbers the next day. It ain't set up like that. It's set up for you to track the numbers and catch the numbers. Don't try to hit the numbers, let the numbers hit you, and you'll be able to do it. So you'll be able to see what's going on with the numbers in your state. So here we have PICK-3 at a glance. The winning number that came in Missouri evening draw yesterday, August 22nd, 2023, was 323. We're going to take the 1-1 rundown here and use it. It's the best rundown ever, because it helped me make this PICK-3 at a glance master sheet. All right? So, and it's the only one you're going to ever need to do on any winning number that comes in your state. You don't have to do that 646, that 317. That they can make a rundown out of any of those 1,000 numbers except for triple zeros. Mm-hmm. And when you get through, you're going to have a whole bunch of random numbers that not in numerical order, canonical order, numerical order. But let me get going here, because I'll get on my soapbox here on you. But I won't do that once you kick your ears open. Okay, now, you're going to add 1 to each one of these numbers that came in 323. You're going to add 1 to the 3, you get 4. Add 1 to 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. 1 to 6, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. 1 to 8, you're going to get 9. 1 to 9, you get 10. But in lottery math, you don't use the 1, you just use the 0 in the 1's place. And then 1 to 0 is 1, 1 to 2 is 3. Same number at the bottom, you got at the top. Simple. All you're doing is adding 1 to the numbers, and you're going 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got the 0, and then you just go 1, 2. Same number at the top, same number at the bottom. Can't get too much simpler than that, even for me. Okay, that's why I came up with it, because it's simple. Add 1 to the 3 again, you're going to get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3. Same number at the top, same number at the bottom. So what we're looking for is this 323 on the master sheet here. All right? and what column it's in. And on those 22 numbers that I'm talking about, you have your singles and you have your doubles, okay? The single numbers is 12 of them, and they are 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, 024, 025, 026, 027, 037. That's 12 of them, all right? That's going to make up the 12 columns that's on this master sheet. Then on the doubles, since the double came in, you got the 01, the 001, and doubles are PICK-3 numbers with two like numbers, like 001, 002, 003, 004, 005, 000, 011, 022, 033, 044. All right, now the deal is, whenever winning number comes in your state, you do the 1-1 rundown on it, whether it's a single or a double. One of these base numbers is going to always be in that rundown. If it's a single, one of these numbers is going to be in that rundown. Same with the doubles. They might not be in the same order, but they'll be in the rundown. So you need to find this base number to know what column it's in. Okay, like this here, the 011 is the base number, see? 011. And that's column 7. So when you do the 1-1 rundown on the winning number, you're going to look for this 011 in that rundown. And you go down, and there it is, but it's 101. Same number, because they cannot, doubles only come 3 different ways. Singles come 6 different ways. Same number though, okay? So when you go to the 011 on the master sheet here, we're going to go to column 7 on the doubles and find the 011, and we're just going to mark it off, okay? I hope I'm not confusing you. This is column 7. You're going to always find the base number, I don't care if it's a double or single, in the rundown. Might not be in the same order, because, see, if 232 had a fail and you did the 1-1 rundown on it, you got the 011. Or if it's 332, if the winning number changed position, then the base number going to match the same position doing the 1-1 rundown. Okay, I think I got that. Now, while I'm putting this together, hit got it, and let me know you got it in the comment section. Appreciate it. I'm working hard to try to make it easy and everybody can understand it. And the best way for me to know that you're getting it is just take a second and hit got it and give it a thumbs up, and that'll help me get this out to as many people as possible. Okay? So what we're going to do here, now we're going to go to column 7 on that 323 that came in Missouri Evening Draw. We go down, we mark it off. Bam, you got it. All right, all 1,000 numbers is right here. At a glance, I consolidated it to make it easy and simple on everybody. So they'll know how to find their own numbers in their own state. And stop chasing all those different numbers. You ain't gonna see it on the tic-tac-toe, the date subs, the grid, the multiple different rundowns, the root subs, the date subs. You're just not gonna be able to do it. You'll get a bunch of random numbers that is not in numerical order that you're gonna even know why you playing the numbers. That's where I was making my mistake. I was just chasing numbers, thinking I knew what, guessing and feeling what number might come in. And that works sometimes. But luck, and then all luck runs out. Luck runs out, y'all. But this will never run out because you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. All of them in numerical order. Each column, numerical order. All right? And when you're looking at a column here, you're not looking at just 10 numbers. You got to realize in numerical order, you got 60 numbers you're looking at that's making up those 1,000 numbers on each one of those columns on the singles. So if one of these columns don't fall in 2 months, 3 months, you know you got 60 numbers you know ain't failed in 3 months. So when you do hit, you know that, hey, I'm going to column 1, pull some numbers off of that tree. Or this tree ain't hit in 3 months. Or this tree ain't hit in 4 months. Or this tree ain't hit in 2 months. You ain't playing a whole bunch of random numbers that you're pulling out the air and out the sky and everywhere. You're looking at each and every one. Reason being, how we getting 1,000 numbers? I already said you're looking at 60 numbers on each column. It's 12 columns, all right? 12 times 60. Let me make sure it's lined up so you can see what I'm talking about. Oops, I just kicked it. Yeah, that's how that goes. You know, I'm the cameraman, so y'all don't fire my cameraman. I'm the cameraman, okay? Now, 12 times 60 gives you 720 numbers. Can't beat that, y'all. 12 columns, you got 760 of those 1,000 you're looking at. Now, also, you got doubles. That comes 3 different ways. Those 10 numbers come 3 different ways. You got 30 numbers you're looking at. But you got 9 of them. You got the triples here that only can come one way. You can only get 10 of those. Now, 9 times 30 gives you 270. You see that magical numbers? I like that. When I seen that and figured that out, I'm like, ooh, there's something magical about that to me. 720 plus 270 gives you 990. Easy math, add up. I love easy math. I only got through pre-algebra, and that's as far as I wanted to go. Telling y'all, as far as I wanted to go with math, and I got through it. Okay? Now, and it didn't take me to have no trigonometry to put this together, believe me. So you got the 10 straight triples, and you had 10 to the 990. You got that 1,000 numbers. Man, I was hopping up and down for joy. I said, oh, I can add a little bit. Now, this 1 in the 1,000 hours ain't gonna never change. Okay? Ain't gonna never change. And these numbers, in numerical order, working by the law of average, ain't gonna never change. You only gonna get a third of those 1,000 numbers. You played a different number every day for the year. Here, reality check. You got 1,000 numbers. 365 days in the year. Okay? With those 365 days in the year, if you play a different number every day, you still got 635 numbers you ain't gonna touch. You ain't gonna have no idea why you're playing them, unless you're using this sheet and you actually tracking them. If you ain't got an actual one way to check them 1,000 numbers, you ain't gonna know why you playing your number. And if you don't know why you playing your number at the PICK-3 in the glass strategy, you shouldn't be playing the number. That's all I can tell you. You can do what you want to do. But this has changed the game for me. It changed the game for me greatly. Okay. Another beautiful thing about all this beautiful stuff here, that as I was putting it together and looking at it and playing and actually winning better, I'm going to say that. And I say, oh man, each one of these columns got its opposite and mirror in it. That's when I was a little bit more advanced and losing so much money, I had to hurry up and get me some real good knowledge. And I started learning about mirrors and opposite numbers before I came up with my sheet. I said, oh man, look at this. This is good. So this is how you work the mirrors. I'm going to explain mirrors to you because you need to know that and understand it if you're a beginner. And if you've been around a long time and if you don't know what mirrors and opposite is, then how you doing? I'm here to teach you. Okay. So here it is. You got 1,000 numbers. Okay, you're dividing them in half. Okay, let's say the top numbers is 000 to 499, and the bottom number on this number line is 500 to 999. That's your 1,000 numbers. So we said the top numbers is opposite of the bottom number, the bottom numbers are opposite of the top numbers. Okay, let's say a 0 opposite 5, a mirror of 5. 5 is a mirror of 0. 1 is a mirror of 6. 6 is a mirror of 1. 2 is a mirror of 7. 7 is a mirror of 2. 3 is a mirror of 8. 8 is a mirror of 3. 4 is a mirror of a 9. 9 is a mirror of 4. And the other terms you can say is same as or opposite. It's the mirror. It's the same as the opposite. Some people on YouTube say they the flip of. Those are 2 different terminologies on PICK-3. And that's very confusing because it had me all screwed up when people were saying flips. I started off with my channel interchanging flips and mirrors, and they're totally opposite. Don't let that confuse you, because I don't want to confuse you. but I'm gonna stick on this. But don't look up flips and make sure you understand the difference between flips and mirrors, okay? Because I don't want to get on that line and start confusing people. Okay, but if you don't know, just put in the comment and I'll explain it to you in the comments. There's a difference between flips and mirrors, okay? Now, say you play 0, 1, 2, and the lottery played 5, 6, 7. They just played the opposite number of what you was playing. Okay, because reason, 0 mirrors a 5, 5 mirrors a 0, 1 mirrors a 6, 6 mirrors a 1, 2 mirrors a 7, 7 mirrors a 2. That's what happened. Then, let's say you played 7, 8, 9, and the lottery played 2, 3, 4. They just played the mirror of what you was playing. Now, that's the beauty of this sheet, because this sheet's got all the numbers opposite and mirroring each other. Each column, each double, got all the numbers that mirror and opposite each other. Can't beat that, folks. All at a glance. The power's in your hand. You ain't got to guess on nothing, unless you ain't got nothing to do, or you pick one of the numbers with your eyes closed. That's all I can tell you. That's all I'm gonna say, y'all. This is too easy. Okay, now what you got here? Remember I said 0, 1, 2. The mirror of that 0, 1, 2 is 5, 6, 7. This 1, 2, 3. The mirror of it is 6, 7, 8, and so on and so forth on each column. 0, 1, 3. The mirror it is 5, 6, 8. 5 mirrors a 0, 0 mirrors a 5, 1 mirrors a 6, 6 mirrors a 1, 3 mirrors a 8, 8 mirrors a 3. You know why that's powerful? Say you got one of these columns that ain't, and you've been tracking, and you got a column which will happen, might not hit in 3 months or 4 months, and as you have marked off some of the numbers on this column, and you see that the 016 and this mirror, 012, I'm talking a little fast, forgive me. The 012 and it's opposite the 5, 6, 7 ain't hit, you definitely want to play those two, working by law average. Because 9 out of 10, you got the top and the bottom half of the 1,000 that didn't play. You can get a column that ain't played in 4 months, and it's not a regular, but if you track it, you're going to see it. You ain't guessing it. You have the 012, which it happens to me. The 1, 2, 3, the 5, 6, 7, and the 6, 7, 8 don't show up. You're definitely going to play those 4. For me, normally, I'll play the whole column. If I find a column I ain't played 4 months, when I hit, I know where to go get my numbers. I'll play this whole column straight box. And depends on how much money I got, I might play a $1 straight 50-cent box for a couple of days. Or if I'm on it, I'm going to play it for 3 months. I'll play it for as long as it takes to hit. That's why I say play until they come make that money, y'all, because I know why I'm playing the numbers. I ain't guessing my numbers. None of them. But play responsibly. And you can do it because you track the actual numbers. You know when to cut back on playing because you ain't just pulling numbers. And then when you miss a number, you're all mad because you don't even know why you was playing this number in the first place. That's what it happened to me. I'm laughing at you, laughing at y'all. I'm laughing at me. When I'm laughing at y'all, I ain't laughing at y'all. I'm laughing at the stuff I used to do, okay? Because it's funny to me. But when I got this here going, I just hit the 323. I showed y'all. I just called it out. And I ain't telling my people play no numbers midday and evening. I ain't tracking midday. I'm tracking evening. Evening is hitting because I'm tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, and I know why I'm tracking. Now, don't get it twisted. You ain't gonna be able to play all these 1,000 numbers. You ain't gonna be able to play, but you can track them and put them in order. Like I say, if you know this column ain't hitting 4 months, and you see the 012 and 5, 6, 7 didn't play, that's gonna be your 2 numbers to play. If you don't play the whole column, 50-cent box or $1 box, but you playing the actual numbers. You ain't pulling numbers from everywhere in all different arrangements. Look, if you use the date sums, the grids, the flips, multiple different numbers. When they get through, they got a whole bunch of different numbers in any kind of order that ain't no way you gonna know why you playing those numbers. Nobody in nobody's state, nobody country, nobody in the world don't know how they playing and why. I've been there and I'm doing it. I've done it. This here you gonna always know, and it's gonna be in order where you can see it off this one sheet. is a good 90% of what you're gonna need to know to get in the winner's circle. And I'm you know, this is a gift, okay? It was a gift to me. I'm sharing it with the world. I always wanted to know how I'm gonna share this. And guess what, y'all? I'm here sharing it on YouTube. My buddies almost laughed me out their house when I told them I was gonna get on YouTube and start showing this thing. Say, what you know about some YouTube? It's 70 years old plus. I said, I don't know, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Okay? And I'm giving it a shot, y'all, so bear with me. Bear with me, all right? I want you all not to go through what I went through with this PICK-3. Because PICK-3 is the only one I do. Because PICK-3 is teachable track for the doable. And it's got the best odds. It's got 30% of a chance for you of winning the numbers. The PICK-4, 1 in 10,000 odds, only got like a 0.3% chance of you winning. And Lord help you what the odds is with a PICK-5. PICK-3 is where I put my money in. That's why I got a little extra money. And at my age, I don't smoke, I don't drink, and I don't chase women. So I got a little extra money I can lose. That if I have to. I'm in good shape, y'all. Believe me. I'm getting on this crazy soapbox, but I'm going to go on, y'all. I'm going on with this. I'm going on. I feel good about this. I like this. I can share something with somebody that I got faith in, and I understand, and I can explain it. Like I said, I can explain this in 30 minutes to anybody. All my strategies. I got 3 more strategies after this I'm going to show you. And they're all simple, but they're all very powerful if you use it. And if you're losing your money and you don't use it, then just put a comment in there and tell me why you ain't using it and you losing your money. Then I might agree with you. Okay, but I don't know. But you show me where your guess is better than this, than tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. Please let me. I want to be the first to know. Just comment me, do something, come knock on my door and tell me what you got going on. All right, now. Let me get off of that one. Now, this is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to show you the other 3 simple strategies. Simple. And when you comment, this strategy number 1. Okay, right here, the master sheet is strategy number 1. These here, let me make sure you can see them. Let the cameraman line it up here for a minute. That looks pretty good. All right, yeah, I think I got everything going there. Now, and I put this together, y'all. Y'all like this? It's pretty neat, ain't it? I put all this together. I ain't no engineer, nothing neat, man. I don't know. I just put it together. Just came to me. This board and all this, I'll put it together. Now look. Strategy number 2, when you make comments, say strategy 2, I'll know what you're talking about. Strategy 3, I'll know what you're talking about. Strategy 4, I'll know what you're talking about. All right? I just got a comment date. Somebody thought that strategy 2 and strategy 4 were the same. They're totally different. Okay? 2 and 4 is different. Each one of these strategies is different. So, these here is to track the single pairs, which is powerful. You know how long it took a pair to hit. Last year I had a 38 pair didn't hit in 128 days, but I hit it when it came. I didn't carry it that long, but you always have your eye on the numbers to hit. When you hit, you ain't guessing. 38 pair left, and I hit it, 38, okay? Didn't hit in 120 days. Who would have thunk it? Right now I'm tracking a 92 back pair that ain't hit in 2 years. How you gonna know that with tic-tac-toe, dates on grids and all those different? But it's not hard to do with the PICK-3 at a glance system, because you're just glancing at the paper and looking and follow them as you mark them off. Ain't no tic-tac-toe, dates on grids, or none of that. All you're doing is just marking off numbers. I'm gonna show you. Okay, the 323 that came in. What you want to do is do the 23 and the 33 double. 23 and the 33 double. All right? That's because you got only two numbers that are different. Now, if you say you had 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you're going to do the 12, the 13, and the 23. because you got three different numbers, okay? 12, 13, and 23. If a triple comes in, like what triple we have already this year? I can't, let's see, what triple? I'm just going to make a triple anyway. Say triple twos. I think it was triple zeros, the only one that came in evening. Yeah, I know it's triple zeros now. Triple zeros, you just go mark off the 2 zeros for the triples. That's for single pair, okay? That's what you're looking for, is a single pair that ain't failed, so that you can make that single pair, you do a wheel on it. Let's say that the 12 didn't come in for a month. If I'm playing it and I need to look at pairs on my play, I'll do a wheel on it, and I'll play it as 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, all the way down to 1, 2, 9. See what I'm saying? 50-cent box or whatever, just to get enough change to keep me in the game if I need be. Or if I know, like I told you, that 38 didn't fall for 120 days, I'd run that all straight box. But, okay, I'd run that all straight box. But I'd use the front pair and back pair to really know how to run it. Okay, I'm going to get to that front pair and back pair to know what way I'm going to run that, okay? And I'm explaining that front pair and back pair to you in a minute, though. But that's how I would do that, okay? Just like that. That's why it's important for you to know where your single pairs are at. Okay? Always. You need to know what, this here tells you where every number is at. We're going to tell you where your single pair, we're going to tell you where your front pair and back pair is, we're going to tell you where your single digit is, we're going to tell you what column your number's falling off of. Your numbers are falling off of. Another thing. This here is my single number positioning. Okay. What it is, like this 323 that just came in, I'm going to mark the 3 off on the front, the 2 in the middle, and the 3 on the end. Okay, you got that? Now at the end of the month, let's say after I've marked all these numbers, when the numbers come in, you're going to have, maybe you might have 1 left, you might have 2 left in different positions, but at least you know where they are. Usually what I look for, if one of these numbers they play on the front, or one they play on the back, I'll do the wheel on it like I was saying here on that. I really don't play if a number don't fall in the middle of the wheel. Let's say, like here, this 192 is my daily number, carry number. That's momoneyterry going to the bank number. Yeah, baby, that's the number. Yeah, when y'all see that number fall in the evening, just clap and just hit the thing, congratulate me. I ain't gonna take no bows, but you know where I'm coming from. Okay, right here, look. It's 192. That 92 ain't fell on the back in 2 years. I'm still, look, I know that normally on average, within 14 to 15 months out, that's one of that front or back gonna fall. But this one ain't fell. I'm pretending to think something wrong with that computer system. I really am. But I'm playing it. I'm playing it to its full. Okay? I'm doing the wheel on it, just like I was telling you about this, this 120, I'm playing 092, 192, 292, 392, 492, all the way down. But here, let me get back on track. I don't want to confuse y'all. If I'm confusing you, let me know. If I'm talking too fast, whatever. I got a big skin. You ain't gonna make me go to my room and cry. None of that stuff. I'm a big boy now. I'm a big boy. I can handle it. Okay. Now, this is what we have. When you get through marking them off, hear me good now. But every number you have left that you didn't mark off, you know where to put your number. Okay. Say I didn't mark this 2 off for the month. And I know 192 is my number to play. I'm definitely going to play it as 219 straight box and 291 straight box to hit a straight. See, all this is going to empower you to hit straight without guessing. Because you're going to know everything about the numbers. So I definitely play 192, 219. That's my daily carry number. As I'm tracking, I'm looking, and 291. And say the 1, well, I'm going to leave it like that. And if you got any questions, you'll see what I'm saying. But don't fall on whatever number you're playing. This is why it's important for you to know what number is in the middle of the fall. don't really want to say just play a cold single number. Just play that cold single number. You want to match this number with a number that you playing. You want to match these with a number that you playing so you'll know where to play your number if the 2 didn't fall on the front. You just going to switch off, play your regular number, but play 219 and 291. Now here's the thing. This is a yearly. You're going to check this off yearly. Okay? Or the 6 months. But you need to, if you're tracking and eliminating numbers to go back to January to catch your sheet up, if you got a lot of numbers left, that means you got to go back further. And the more numbers you eliminate, the more you're going to be able to see the play that's left over. Because remember, we're working off what's left. We ain't trying to, hit was already came. If numbers one are out, you're going to be able to see them. Them the ones you're going to hit. That's how I hit the 323 and the 400 and 044. And I've hit 10 times this month now, I'm telling y'all. I ain't trying to brag about this because I'm tracking the actual numbers. Some in the hundreds of dollars, some in the hundreds of dollars, some $50, but I've done pretty good. Okay? Now, here, with this 323, 3-2 on the front, you're going to go to 3-2 on the front, mark it off, and 2-3 on the back. You're going to go to 2-3 on the back and mark it off. That's powerful because as you go through the year, as long as you're playing, and you marking off the front and back pair, whatever front pair and back pair, you know what's left. You ain't guessing. So let's say I'm going to do a triple, for example. I don't play triples all year. I don't chase no triples. I only play triples if they ain't filled up to December. Then I'll look at playing some triples. November, December. That's the only time I play triples. If they don't hit by December, 9 out of 10, I won't play them. I might play them in January. I ain't sure. But I got to be seeing what's hadn't hit on the front pair and back pair. Let's say 000 didn't fall on the front. I mean, 00 didn't fall on the front. And 00 didn't fall on the back. So these numbers are the same, top and bottom. Then I'm going to play 000. It makes sense. If the 00 ain't fell on the front all year, and in your state, and 00 ain't fell in the back all year, then call me. I'll play them for you. I'll play them for you. The likelihood of 000 coming is a given. Or if 111 front and 111 back ain't fell, call me. I'll play the 111s for you. I tell you, I'll play them for you. As I just won in 2022, I hit the 888s. 8 front and back, and 8 back hadn't failed. But I don't play them all year. I read these numbers and let them tell me pretty much what triple to play. Now, the beauty of this, you can always make numbers up. Say, and that's how I made it. Let's say the 30 front didn't fall and the 03 back didn't fall all year. My number is 0303. And see, these numbers that don't hit, you're going to transfer them over into the next year. Now, you'll carry these over into the next year. Because by law average, they're going to show up. All right? I used to start all over from scratch. After filling this sheet out, I used to start all over from scratch. And as I start the next year, like 2024, I would have started all this new. And then I started realizing that the numbers that didn't fall last year was hitting the next year. And that's when I started really getting more in the winner circle. Because I said, oh man, that's how it works. Because I was always thinking they starting over new, but that ain't how it goes. The law average ain't starting over new. Them numbers got to roll out because they all got to change positions. Okay? Pretty much. The 6 ways that a single can come, any single, those numbers throughout the year change positions. Same way with doubles. The 3 ways that it can come, those numbers change position. Like I'm gonna use the doubles 7. 2 gonna change position and not be on the front and be in the middle. Let me do this better. Let's do this better right here. 3, 2. Let me just erase this here. Make it easy. 3, 2, 3 came in, right? 2 through the year, or how long, it might take a while. 2, 3, 3 on the doubles especially, gonna change position, and then it's gonna change the other position of 3, 3. Oops. I said 3 instead of 2 there. How you do that? 3, 3, 2. See, they all have to change position. The same way on the singles that the 6-way they can come, they have to change positions. It could take 3 years for those numbers to change position and change their way out. You know that in Missouri, that 356 that just failed? I'm pretty sure that thing hadn't failed since 2005. Because I got data all the way back to 2005. So if you ain't tracking numbers and you're paying that 3, 5, 6, you wasted your money. You can't waste your money this way by tracking because you know what A failed and half failed. You don't know what half failed and what haven't failed. Front pair and back pair, you're going to always know what failed and what haven't failed. Single digit, you're going to always know what failed and what haven't failed. Let me take this down from now for y'all right quick. And the baby here, my PICK-3 glass sheet, you're going to always know what failed and what haven't failed. Just looking at 22 little bitty baby columns. Can't get no simpler than this, y'all. Can't get no simpler. And some of y'all, the numbers going to line up right in your states. Already, people are hitting thousands on me. Okay? Because I'm getting, they let me know. But the thing is, they track it and they're doing the work. They're beginning to understand the strategy that you got to know why you're playing your numbers in order to win and get in the winner's circle. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of folks with this PICK-3 game dying on the vine with these random numbers that they're giving out. But I'll be here to stay because I can explain it, and I ain't gonna tell you to play no random numbers, and I ain't gonna sit up here and tell you I'm playing your numbers when I done gave you everything you need to do it for yourself. If you can't do it for yourself, I don't do no time as far as checking numbers for no states because I know what's involved. Nobody got time. Ain't nobody can track all these different states and say what's coming in a state. I don't even think if they had a computer to do it with, unless they have my strategy. Now, if they put my strategy together, which I'm thinking, I'm trying to hope to put it together on my app somehow. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Just like I didn't know how I'm gonna do this. Where you just put the number in and it does all the steps for you that I'm going through right now for your state. Man, that'd be to catch me out. Oh, that'd be to catch me out. Oh, that'd be catching me out. That's thinking ahead. Might be able to do it maybe another 7 years. That'd be my second lifetime, I think, y'all. But let me get off here, y'all. Family, I enjoyed being with you today. And like I always say, play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless.
Oh, yeah. All right. Any questions? Anybody that's been watching or waiting on YouTube to find me an audience? They're a little slow with finding an audience. I don't know what's going on, but I have time. But I was thinking if I was to tell anybody, you might say, well, where would I start at to probably hit and find a number or numbers that I might want to play? I say take strategy number 2. Strategy number 2 to me is pretty much align up real well with you being able to do that. Go take this triangle. Study the triangle that I've been showing you guys. Go back at least 3 months on the triangle. You can probably use one triangle. I'm sure you could. Unless you mark all of them off within 2 months, then you won't know what's going on. Or you can do individually a triangle for each month. Say this, go back to, let's see, September. Let's say June, July, August, September. June, July, August, September, and see what pair or pairs ain't hit at all for those June, July, August, September, up to October if you want. And see what pair ain't hit at all on the singles. The doubles can take about 4 months or so and not hit. You can look at a double too. Might take 4 months to hit and don't hit. But singles are usually within 60 to 90 days. So I would take that pair or pairs, and it's pairs, and wheel them just to see what's going on. And if you're familiar with wheeling the numbers. And then will be my numbers to play. Let's say the number of the pair is, I'm gonna do that 56. It's 56. You know I ain't played in 90 days. Didn't wheel it. 560, 561, 562, 563, 564, 565, 567, 568, and 569. I would wheel it. If I know that this ain't failed in 90 days, you got your 90 days stretch. Okay? I'd play a 50-cent box. And if any of these hit, I would stay on that 5-6. I wouldn't get off of it. Because the likelihood of it hitting 3 more times within a 30-day span is great. Now you might want to say, well, how would I play it? You can go to strategy number 4 and see with that 5-6 if it's hit on the front or the back. If it hasn't hit on the front or the back. Or the 65 on the front or the back. Because if it hasn't hit on the front, then you play it like it is. But if it hasn't hit on the back, you play it as 056. When you get ready to try to hit it straight. And you would do the same thing with any of the numbers that haven't hit at all. You want to see how hit, say the 561, you know ain't hit at all. And you realize that the 5-6 ain't hit on the back, you would play it as 156. Or if you know that the 6-5 ain't hit on the back, you play it as 165. See that? That's how you build strategies. You say you left out 566. Okay. 566. Oh, I did, didn't I, y'all? Thank you. I sure did live out 566. Thank you for that. This is the run 566. Thank you for that. But this is what you're looking for. Let's see, yeah, 566. Now, that's what I would do. I would go back before I start playing anything, just get a feel, probably with strategy number 2, and see what actual pair ain't hit for 60 or 90 days. And going back 4 months, you're probably gonna find one that ain't hit for 60 days. Maybe 90 days. You know, 90 days is the main one I would look at. That would be your starting point to get a feel of kind of how working with the law average and the numbers work. And I don't omit doing your actual columns, all 4 strategies, but just start there, go back to see what, rather than waiting and tracking and saying, well, I ain't hitting nothing yet. Go back strategy 2 and see what pair ain't hit in 90 days. Is that it? Am I explaining that pretty well, Tammy? That makes sense. Okay, thanks. Yeah, start there, because be truthful with you. I'm giving strategy number 2 a lot of weight. It's something about 2 that like I said, you could immediately kind of, if you catch that number that ain't been out in 90 days, law average it's got to fall. The longest I've seen is 120 days on a pair did not show up for me. Some people, I think the last person told me it was the 78 pair hadn't failed, and she was playing 7-8, 4-7-8, and she told me just the other day it just came out, and she won. Or somebody that one of my subscribers was, but she wasn't playing it that long. She had seen it and was wondering how long it would take, and I knew that this is the probability. Now you know the actual probabilities on these numbers. And the probability on the columns how long they hit. How the probability on the doubles how long they would hit. Now you know how long to hold them and fold them. That is and your skill set. That's pretty much it. Nothing fancy, nothing, but like I said, with the tic-tac-toe, date, sum grids, and all the other methods, you don't see nothing. You can't track nothing. You don't know nothing. Now, what I'm saying, if you're using them, you still got to go back and see what the numbers are doing. You got to go see, make sense to see what numbers ain't fail, how they fail, when they fail, front, back, what number, opposite number, and mirror number then played. That's what changed the game for me. And I ain't playing for fun now because I can watch these freaking numbers. They don't get me no more. And then when I miss, I ain't frustrated because I didn't know why I missed or how I missed. I ain't worried about my numbers not showing up. I got my numbers locked in. I got my hook in the water. I'm just waiting on the fish to bite. Then when I back off, I'll back off some of them that ain't biting yet. Then when I hit, I'm not going off of some new numbers. I'm going back to the other numbers. I would be going back to this here when I say that they ain't hit in 90 days. Let me show you here. But if you was following me yesterday. Let me get my sheet. This is what I'm going to say here. One minute. Let me see where you're at here. See here? I had just posted, if you follow me, about that 3-8 hadn't hit in 90 days up to September. The 3-8. Just one on. Then when it showed up, that's what I'm saying, within a 30-day period, it'll show up 3 times out of the when it show up 3 times within a 30-day stretch. The 3-8, it hadn't failed none here. It was on 90-day roll. And then when it did hit, it came 083. And that's what I did. I did the same thing I'm subscribing to you all. And then it came 843 that next week. Then next week it came 839. Then it came right back and hit the 813. You see that? That's 4 times within a 30-day period, that pair, but it hadn't failed for 3 months. But any other time, I would have jumped off of it and been looking for some more numbers to play. I had no idea why I would be playing them. But this time, I didn't jump off of it. And I had just laid out a live explaining why I would play the 813. Because the 1-3 hadn't played, I think, about 60 days, and the 38 hadn't played in 90 days. But the 1-3 did show up. I hit it, But I said, okay, there's the two numbers to play. I would play along with the 188 and the 181. So you can build a strategy off of your numbers. You can't do this off of all numbers from everywhere and playing everybody's numbers. These your numbers. You know what they're doing if you're tracking them. These Illinois evening draw numbers. I know what they're doing. If I don't write something down wrong, but that's why I set this up where I can always go back at a glance and check. Even though I got it in my phone, I can do it easier here. Just grab my paper for 2 months. I got 2 months of data here. When I get through with this, I got 4 months of data for the whole year. Then I can just go back and look if I think I'm off somewhere. Or if I've missed something, I can go back and look. No guesswork. The more organized you are, to me, and I know to me, the better it is for you to build your strategy and skill set to winning. And you're going to be frustrated when your number come in because you'll be able to budget better. Because, like I said here, for Illinois evening draw, I got my numbers. 90% of the time when I'm playing these numbers. If I don't see something to add on, I'm playing these. And when they come in, I ain't frustrated. I'm going back to playing these because I know the likelihood of them coming in is greater. The more toward the end of the year, the greater it's going to get. These here, I definitely will play. I'm done with chasing any more numbers. This is my bucket list of numbers. And like I always say, and I've been saying this, like these momoneyterry run to the bank numbers. You see these numbers, I'm running to the bank, but I ain't going to tell you what bank. I'll tell you everything but my bank. I'm telling y'all that now. I don't want nobody to hack my bank account and ask me if I'm rich or not. These are the bank. They're my bank numbers. Hey, Tammy, I hear you. But that's it. It's simple. We making this PICK-3. See, they got all the other methods for the PICK-4s and the PICK-5s. And they even out that PICK-3 don't have to be as hard as we making it to be. PICK-3 don't have to be that hard. You have to do all that stuff with PICK-3 when you can track them. I mean, I think my strategy is the first one I've seen out of tracking and reading books and stuff. So maybe, and I used to do all the other strategies, but I had nothing else to do because I didn't know nothing else. I didn't know better. Now I know better, I do better. That's just it. We making winning PICK-3 harder than it needs to be. Track the numbers. Don't play your money and without this 1 in 1,000 odds is already against you. All you got to do is see what the numbers are doing. Now you can increase your odds of winning. Unless they start playing with the numbers with the AI, electronic draw and all that. And we know that they can alter those numbers because Eddie Tipton did it. An hour draw, he stole millions of dollars, millions and millions of dollars because he worked for the lottery. He worked for the lottery and rigged the system, the electronic system at that. And they busted him and gave him 5 years. He made a big haul for 5 years. But and the only reason they gave him 5 years is because he told them how he did it. But it'd be somebody else to come along with him and do it too. It can be rigged. And anything human beings can put their hands on, they can figure out how to fix it. And he figured out how to do it. So, I mean, take it for what it is, a grain of salt. You can track them. You can do decent. But don't you know, I think the largest amount anybody won on PICK-3 I read was $1 million on PICK-3. That might have been Eddie Tipton. I'm telling y'all, because I don't see nobody else doing it. I heard it's only been done once. And I'm pretty sure that was pretty rigged to me. Is $1 million is the largest jackpot ran on PICK-3. But where there's a will, there's a way. Any other questions, anybody? If you're new, welcome. If you're not, hang in there, study my videos. I have 2,300 videos. I don't have a membership, anything at this time. All I say, as the channel blesses you, blesses the channel, bless the channel, and help me pay my grandkids' college fund. Put in my grandkids' college fund. That's what I'm asking. So, hey. One pair in a year? You serious, BLZ? Well, I know it can take a pair, but I'm thinking that's rigged. I gotta agree with you, B. one pair I played it. No what? Well, if I know that, I'd be playing one pair. That's all I can say, B. And try to figure out what side it's coming. I'd definitely be playing triple ones. And I'd definitely be playing what I don't know if Michigan, one on the front, one on the back. If I had to put a couple dollars on them every idea, I'd definitely be doing that, B. I'm telling you, man. No way. I do that. They wouldn't get me. If you in Michigan and you playing that, and I definitely be, every chance I get, I'd be playing triple ones. That's for sure. Nothing else. Yeah, well, hey, I'm telling you, if I was in Michigan, I'd be playing ones every chance I got, and every triple ones, and every chance midday, I'd be playing triple ones. I'll play $1 straight for 7 days. And they haven't played 1-1 front period for a year almost. Oh yeah, I definitely be triple ones and 1-1 front. I play dollar on 1-1 front, and I play triple ones. And if the 1-1 front anything come, I load up on triple ones and I keep back playing them. You're waiting, but it's annoying. Well, take it to heart. Like I say, I mean, depends on how you playing. I mean, like I say, every chance I get, I put a couple of dollars on triple ones and $1 or $2 on 1-1 front and 1-1 back for sure. Definitely 1-1 front and 1-1 back. I wouldn't too much. I don't know if you can play split pair, but I wouldn't trip off split pair. But a double, yeah. Oh, and they got to be cheating, B. Something wrong. They electronic draw? They electronic draw? Or B? Okay, but is an electronic draw you waiting on? You say Michigan? Okay, Mr. Rig 29. Now, pretty much, I'm state specific. Okay, I'm state specific for Illinois' evening draw, but PICK-3 at glance works for all states. Um, if you can go to PICK-3 517, that's a full length video you can look at on my channel, PICK-3 517. You can search it and study that. But I don't know what is it you would write at this time? How long you been playing? Maybe you can help me. Tell me how long you've been playing, if you knew, or where you at with it. And how you say VA, like that. Tell me a little bit about what you do. You new? Okay, if you're new, you're gonna need to go back and look at some of my full-length videos. I just played one on this live here. You can upload it live. They have machines. That is very interesting. And that's very interesting. That is interesting, B. That, well, all I can tell you, I'd be on them. I'd have to make that my daily carry. Okay. See, that's what I mean, uh, uh, Mr. Riggs, 29. See, I couldn't tell you anything off of that because I haven't searched any of those numbers. So that wouldn't be any help telling me what numbers played. In 4 months, Florida. Okay, you're welcome, Mr. Riggs. Uh, over 4 months. Yeah, 4 months. Okay. I would pick it up, that column, if I could add it to my budget. But that I would be playing 1-1. That'd be my daily carry. I'd have to see what's going on with that. And they got a machine too. I don't know how they would do that. Oh, so when you load up on singles, they want to play doubles for almost a week straight. Just my luck. Illinois do the same. I see them play three doubles back to back like they ain't nothing, and two doubles. Usually a double will follow a double. More than I've seen anywhere, pretty much. But they'll play two doubles back to back or three doubles back to back. I don't know if they played four yet, but that's what I've been noticing. But my main thing, and you say Michigan at 1-1 would be what I'd be focusing on. Especially if it's a machine. I don't see how they could rig that machine. I mean, anything's possible, but that's got to be some kind of real fluke there. But I would definitely, that would be all I'd be playing, 1-1 everything. That would be my where I would be going to. That would be it. I wouldn't even worry about nothing else. And every time behind it. Hello, 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 William. Everything, every time, and I'd be playing triple ones every chance I got. Yeah, haven't played. Yeah, 16 months. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. That because a triple might not fall for a whole year. Yeah, I'm thinking about you when that 722 come. You do anything with that, William? 5 6 is due. Okay. And the next day you couldn't even play triple twos on evening. I don't know if you could play midday, but you couldn't even play triple twos on evening when that 722 fell. Yeah. Well, back off on it lightly. See what I'm saying? I don't know how much you playing on. You probably play a little heavy, but like I said, it just be my little 9 out of 10 that I would play it, especially the ones. If I just played the ones 50 cents straight, you know, or the 1-1 front and 1-1 back 50 cents straight. And I don't know if you can play split pair like you say. I do that. I mean, pretty much that'd be all I'd be playing. And when them ones show up, I'd bang them. I'd lay $100 on them if the 1-1 front or if whatever one come on it like that. I wouldn't be worrying about nothing else. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with. I wouldn't be tripping off nothing but the ones. for a whole year too, and it's a machine draw. Some just off. That's off, but I wouldn't get off of them. Oh, well, sure, they're gonna be hot. I would think. That's why that would be my everyday carry for sure. I wouldn't even worry about nothing else. Just like with me, triple nines hadn't failed midday or evening for 9 years in Missouri. 9 years. The nines didn't fall for 9 years. That hit me right up a lick, right there. And I started playing them nines midday and evening, and I wore them out. And that's all I played, triple. That was all the triple I played. Because I said they got to come. And they came in the 10th year. Ain't that something? But that's the only triple I had found that hadn't played for 9 years, because I went back, track all the triples and see how long the last one was out. And it was the nines. Yeah, it's got to fall with the work with the law average, like I said, that's a cheating. And what I would do, like I said, that would just be, that 1-1 would be just my everyday carry. If I'm gonna play this game, I'm gonna, you're gonna, it ain't gonna, if you play in this game, it ain't gonna be the first time you lose, the opposite ain't gonna be the last time. That's the way I look at it. So I play where I'm good to go. If I don't hit, like I say, mine is 3 to 4 times out of a month. 5 times I'm doing good on average. But I ain't know when I wouldn't be playing the ones. And I'd run them for 5 or 6 days straight. Thanks. Yeah, I play them like 5 days straight, or that 1-1 front, 1-1 back, and the triple ones 50 cent for a whole week. So I don't have to worry about. So when it do hit, I won't miss it. That's the main thing. I don't want to miss it when it comes, because I want to take that money and load up on triple ones, or run that 1-1 column all the way down, 50-cent box or whatever. Oh, okay. 90s, yeah. Well, that's the ones I would look at playing, but even those can take a while. But I would make it my everyday carry. Every chance I got to play it, I would play it like that. But I wouldn't be worried about nothing but them ones right now. Me, if I could play in Michigan, that's where you say is that in Michigan. That'd be, I would be dealing with. That's it. I don't even worry about no other numbers too much. No more than, within my budget. But my main one would be them ones. That 1-1. I wouldn't worry about nothing else. Yeah. And then I would stay on them. Especially them triple ones. And the triple sixes. I look to see how long it's been the triple sixes been out too. If the sixes ain't hit, when last time triple sixes hit, and triple ones for sure. Mm. I don't know. I think if I could play that what is now, bet any sports. I don't know if you can play that on Michigan, but that might be worthwhile. Me looking at playing that, going to Michigan and playing them 1-1s. That's for sure. But I think that betting sports, I don't know how you do that, and I ain't too particular about putting all my data everywhere. You know. Oh, okay. Yeah. See. So I was, yeah, I would just stick with the ones. I wouldn't really trip off the sixes if they played already. I'd just stick with the ones. Because, that wasn't the last time the ones played. Matter of fact, triple ones. I say, bet any split PayPal September last year. Still, September last year. Wow. Wow. I still would do them though. I still would do the ones, and I do the one front, and I play those ones back because that's a long stretch. I would still roll with those ones. And you say PayPal prepaid card from 7-Eleven to load up on money on Bet Any Sports. Oh, they do PayPal. So I'd have to download the app, but I still got to enter my data and information, don't I, to get on Bet Any Sports. But I thought they do something with Bitcoins too, or something. Somebody said something about Bitcoins. And don't you have to pay a premium? Well, I don't know, a premium. I've never been on it. They do. Yeah. I don't know. I know five. What is it? Five Dimes was popular at one time, and they disappeared or something. I don't know. Oh, and they pay out in Bitcoin a cashier's check. Oh, I got you. I got you. It might be something to look at. Well, I might look at something like that if I. But you say 7-Eleven. I might have to look into them a little bit. Um, just for that one. Can you get Michigan on Bet Any Sports with the ones? Other than that, you have to keep playing. So if you don't have that amount of money, you can't cash out. I'm not understanding. You can only cash out 50K Bitcoin or 4K cashier check. So you have to have $4,000 in Bet Any Sports before you can cash out. Oh, the max. Oh, I got you. Oh, okay. Hmm. I might have to look at it a little bit. Because betting sports been around how long now? You know? Say years? Okay. Is that Five Dimes that changed their name to Bet Any Sports? Hey there, Will. How are you? Glad to have you with us. How you doing today? Bet anything. Oh, okay. They changed their name to Bet Anything now. I guess because they do horse races and all that stuff. Oh, well, thank you, Will. Appreciate that. Yeah, things going great. I can't complain. One day at a time. Appreciate your support too, Will. Everybody. You just get the alert that I was live. I've been on here 2 hours, I think, about 2 hours. YouTube's pretty slow at getting the audience for me. For everybody, seems like I don't know. But thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. I know it's taking time for people to find me. I've been on here now going on 3 years, and doing pretty steady. But I think people come and they don't understand. But after a while, they're gonna say, "Hey, let me go check that picture of the glance dude out again," because I think I got the best deal on YouTube as far as being able to explain it and show people how to use it and help them. Like I say, I think we're making PICK-3 harder than it needs to be if we just work with the law average and track the numbers in our own state. That's it, in our own state, and we can hit them. And like I said, and everybody, however you do it, just bless the channel as the channel blesses you, and help me with the little blessings to pay my grandkids' college fund. That's about it. I enjoy doing it. I'm happy doing it. I'm happy to help, and that's the bottom line with me. Because I know what I went through with this pick 3 game, and it was a simple game, but I didn't know what I was doing. And 90 the sad thing about it, 90% of us don't know what we're doing because we ain't tracking the numbers. That's the sad thing about it. Okay, family, I got some classes coming up in about another 30 minutes, so I'm going to have to prepare for them. Anybody got any more questions or anything? I appreciate everybody's participation. If you got any questions I can help you with anything, let me know. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, William. And track it is it. I'm telling y'all. Some of y'all them numbers gonna line up for y'all one day, and y'all gonna slap them so hard you ain't gonna believe them. I'm telling y'all, cause I feel it in my bones. They gonna line up one day. You gonna say, "Oh my God, I thought, oh," and you gonna hit them so hard, cause they work with lives. They gonna line up your own numbers for your own state. They can't, chasing them numbers that other ways ain't gonna show you. Yeah. You're gonna be slapped on money on one of them numbers when they come in from tracking. You'll see the real deal. All right, family. I'm gonna get ready to get off here. Appreciate everybody's participation. Glad to see you, Will. I'll hear from you again, I'm sure. Anytime. Thanks for the support. Like I always say, family, play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. And if you're tracking, you'll soon be packing to Lucky Town.